for Thursday, July 9th, 2020. This is the one and only Pro and Con Show, and I am your host, Michael James Ott. Welcome to the show, as always. Encouraging people to be better citizens. Okay, so got to ferret out the truth. You got to spend a little time now, okay? And it's important. You know, I've had people tell me, lots of people, friends of mine, they're fed up. They're tired of it, and they're just giving in. Well, folks, you can't. And this thing called democracy, it is a fragile thing. It is a thing that we have to take care of. And you can't just kick it to the curb and expect that good things are going to happen. In fact, just the opposite is going to happen. And I know there's a lot of frustration out there, but together we can fix it. We just need to talk it through. And I've talked about this, citizen statesman concept. So go back and look at some of my old videos, find the citizen statesman stuff that I've posted here on this page and so on. We can fix all this. We can fix how well we govern our country, but we step by step, and it's going to take some time. Now, I'm not talking about 40 hours a week for all of us. I'm talking about a few hours a month, but it's going to take that time. You're not going to be watching television. You're going to be spending some time thinking through some of these complex issues and talking to people about them and trying to figure out how to fix them. And I guarantee you the citizen statesman concept is a great way, if we could just step back and get that, get a constitutional amendment started and start having, people dedicated to govern for a specific time of year, of number of years, and then go back to their private lives, you would see an incredible improvement in how our governance is handled. Now, today's show, talk about different topics. I look at 5 different websites. So there's Huffington Post, CNN, NPR, Fox News, and Breitbart. And one of the top stories from CNN was actually from Dr. Fauci. Sorry, I said that wrong. Dr. Fauci. And so yesterday he was talking about how this virus has been the perfect storm. And so the name of the show is Storm, as in perfect storm. And he says here, and I'll just read his quote, "Not to be hyperbolic about it, but this really is the perfect storm. It is an infectious disease and public health and a public health person's worst nightmare. It is spectacularly transmissible. The efficiency with which this transmits is really striking." Yeah, so I did a show a couple of shows ago talking about masks and distance and washing the hands. We got to do it. There are no cures, there are no vaccines, and our government and the various representatives, including the President of the United States, they seem to be unable to grasp this concept that instead of throwing trillions of dollars to support the stock market and small businesses and stuff like that, we need to throw some billions of dollars behind strong testing and tracing of people, so that we can quarantine and then move on through this until keep all those developments going for the vaccines, of course. But in the short term, things really are not going to get any better until we're testing millions of people a day. Not millions of people a month or a year, but millions of people a day. Strategically testing and sequestering people. So, and basically what he was saying in the article is that we're not doing the things we've talked about in the past to get this outbreak under control. And we're not testing and we're not tracing. So there you go. And it's really, really growing very quickly now. So here's some statistics here. 4 states that account for about 40% of the new infections: Arizona, California, Florida, and Texas. According to Dr. Fauci, they need to aggressively keep people socially distanced, including closing bars and preventing crowds. So I just point out, CNN wrote this article. Dr. Fauci is, unfortunately, he's kind of handcuffed by the position that he's in, because on one hand, he has access to not only his own training, but the science and expertise of dozens, if not, probably hundreds of doctors and scientists who tell him, and he knows this is a path forward, this is how we should go. And then, unfortunately, in the political environment we're in, with the leadership that we have, he's constrained in just how strongly he can say it. And also, we have the different messaging that's going on, because there is no coordinated leadership from the top, and it literally is killing thousands and thousands of Americans, unfortunately. So a short show today: the perfect storm, the novel coronavirus. Be safe out there, folks. Wear a mask, keep the distance, wash your hands, and try to tell people that that's what they need to be doing, and hope. Try to influence the leadership of this nation to get a consistent message and to get that testing going. Call your congressman, call your senator, call the president. Let's get the testing going. We need to be testing a lot more, not less. For the Pro and Con Show, I'm Michael James Ott. Until the next show, bye for now.